And welcome to all the pies. My name's Sai and I'm in Berlin. I'm in Berlin for a hen do. Yes, a hen do. A modern 2022 3. I'm wrecked. Yeah, out last night until 6 o'clock this morning. It's now 10 at night. The rest of the hens have went out for night 2. I'm giving it a miss, as I had to start drinking early yesterday morning to get on the plane because I don't like flying, because I'm a little, a little funny. But yeah, look, I've got a lovely hotel room, because I'm worth it. And it was a last minute thing. I wasn't meant to go, but I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go. But look at the view. So what's it? It's a wonderful city. It's changed a lot since the 40s. Yeah, a little video. I haven't done a video for a while. So a little roundup. Barella has been linked to Newcastle, as you all know. Apparently that's went quiet. What else? Joe Linton has just scored on his debut for Brazil, which is wonderful, isn't it? Big Joe scored. Might do a little part 2 of this video with Kevin, who's also a hen, who is now out with the rest of them. But I'm going to catch up with them early tomorrow morning once I've recovered a bit. And they'll probably all be hanging in ill, and I'll be fresh and ready to drink in that tomorrow, because obviously I've got to get flights again. I fly from Berlin to Amsterdam, then Amsterdam to Newcastle, so I'm going to need to get hammered because I don't like flying. So I'll have a proper talk with Kevin tomorrow, and we'll talk about any other transfer rumours, and then I'll upload this. But let's just have one more look at Berlin. The Hertha Berlin ground is over there. Don't know if you can see it from my balcony. I'd step out my balcony, but I'm a bit scared of heights and look down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over there and get myself a vegan falafel, and then I'm going to watch some TV. A little funny story though first. So yesterday I was on the on KLM flight from Amsterdam to Berlin, and it was just pretty much me, and the rest of the plane were Germans. You can tell. It's not racist, I can tell it was. Anyway, KLM must have run out of the snacks that they normally give. Because KLM give free snacks on the flight. They must have run out of whatever they give the Germans, sauerkraut or something, I don't know. So they started coming out giving the snacks, and the snacks were mini cheddars. So they've obviously only had like the English stuff left. And I was watching, because I was on an aisle seat, I was watching all these Germans all in unison, like looking at these mini cheddars, and as if to inspect, like, what the fuck are these? And then they all kind of opened the bag. It really did. It happened all the way down the plane. You could see they were all going. And then they turned and glanced to their partner, and then they tried one. This is all the way down the plane. All of a sudden, just a line of crowds on a plane going. I was laughing so much, and I was getting funny looks. But yeah, I don't think any of you have ever seen a plane full of Germans experience mini cheddars for the first time. Well, I have. It was fucking hilarious. Maybe it was just funny to me, I don't know, but I thought it was fucking brilliant. But anyway, catch up with you later. We'll meet up with Kev, and we'll see if there's any more transfer rumours, because this has been a very loosely football related video so far. It's just me being indulgent in my fancy hotel. So see you soon. I think as far as a stand-up comedian, he's struggling, like, as you can hear, there's no laughs. I don't know what he's saying. He's probably gone, aye, and then the brought these things on, mini cheddars, mini cheddars. I mean, to be fair, they're pretty damn nice, mein Führer, but yeah. Nah, no laughs. Out. Hello, so I basically met up with Kev and we had a little bit of breakfast for about 10 minutes and then come to the airport, Berlin. Kev was in a hurry, he's a little funny. He went straight to the lift where he was meant to depart from, him and the rest of the party. And we just assumed we'd be to meet up in like the departure lounge. No, there's two separate departure lounges. So now Kev's in like a tiny little departure lounge with the rest of them, and I've got the whole run of the place to myself. So I'm not going to be doing any more videos with Kev. Well, never mind anymore. I'm not going to be doing no videos with Kev the whole time that we're here. I've told him to do a transfer video with one of my friends called Dodgy. He gets the name because he was a dodgy keeper in school, right? So I'm just by myself in Berlin airport. Went to one of the bars, sat down. There's a couple of cockneys, one like probably about 70, one about 50. I thought, oh, aye, some English. So I sat down and went, hello lads, hello. It's like, oh, who do you support? So what do you mean? Like, what team do you support? Like, oh no, we don't like football, I like cricket. Oh, this is going to be a fucking long pint, and it turned out to be a very long pint. They just didn't speak whatsoever. Not even just to me, they didn't even talk to each other. Oh, well, this is fucking shite crack. So I've now got 3 hours in Berlin by myself. I'm going to go and try and find some Dutch because in Amsterdam airport the other day, it was mint crack. Dutch are wicked. I'm going to go and find another bar, see if someone will have some patter with us, because I hate just being quiet. You might have noticed by the videos, I'm not good at that. I'm not just sitting fucking looking at my phone for the entire time. So hopefully Kev and Dodgy do a little transfer roundup video. Otherwise this video has been fuck all to do with football. But if he has done a video, I'll insert it here. And if he hasn't, then he's a little mug.
Alright, here we are. Oh, excuse this, by the way, look at that. Fucking teeth came out. Livid about it. The day before I went to Berlin, so my mate Sam's getting married. Oi, Sam. There she is. My tooth came out, so I'm absolutely livid about that. But we've been over here with Si. Si wasn't going to come and did this like mint like surprise. I'm here, and got wasted on the first night and barely saw him again. But that's a story for the next vid. So yeah, Schiphol Airport. It's rather nice today. I thought we'd do a quick video about some of the rumours that are coming out with Newcastle United. As always, take them with a pinch of salt. Got my mate Dodge here. Alright, Dodge.
Alright. How's it going?
So we're going to have a little bit of a chat about it. You're not so mad on football, are you, Sam?
What do you think about it?
So we'll definitely ask her opinions. So the first one I would say, Dodge, we need to talk about is the Kim Min Jae seems to be rambling on a little bit. I'm not 100% on it myself. I think that probably going to end up somewhere like Manchester United. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be going away. With these sort of things, we don't normally find out at the last minute whether the interest is real. What's your take on it?
So obviously we need a centre back in that, but it's just come out of the blue and that I don't think there's much in it. I mean, he's supposedly a good player. I haven't seen much of him playing that like, but yeah, it'd be a good sign. I think to get him in that like. So see what happens.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's an absolute unit. We touched on it in a little bit more detail in the last video. I thought it was worth an honourable mention. We'll see what happens. But one that sort of dominated one that's dominated the sort of headlines over the last few weeks, which is, you know, seems to be running a bit hot and cold, is Barella from Inter Milan. I think he got named midfielder of the season in the Serie A and would be in excellent acquisition. I think if we signed a player like that, that really opens up the gates for some of your top players to look at us as a team and go, actually, yeah, this could be a time to pounce, especially with Champions League football. The 50 million seems a little bit far-fetched to me, but they haven't denied any interest. What's your take on it?
I think, I don't know, it came out in all the news outlets, and that 50 million everyone was talking about, and everyone was like, this is going to happen, you know what I mean? So, and then it's been sort of quashed a little bit by sort of Milan and that. So I think it'd be a quality signing, to be fair. I don't know sort of how he would fit in if he got Maddison as well, or with some of the other signings. So I don't know. It's one to watch, I think, especially since everyone's talking about it. Maybe West, going to be negotiating the price and stuff. So it'll be quality, I think.
I think with this one, like it's well documented that Inter Milan need to clear the books a little bit in terms of especially wages. They need money through the door, and they've got a high wage bill. Now, if Barella knows there's going to be interest from other clubs around Europe, especially Premier League clubs, they're going to have to offer him a new contract to make this sort of go away. And I just don't know if Inter Milan are in the position to offer a bumper contract at the moment when they're trying to bring down the wage bill a bit. So that can play into your hands, but I think 50 million seems very, very, very cheap. If it did happen, it would be, I would say, that with McAllister to Liverpool would be the cheap one of the summer. But I guess the next one to touch on is another one that doesn't seem to be going away. And James Maddison linked up with a couple of Newcastle United players in the England camp, Kieran Trippier and Callum Wilson, who got on the score sheet. While we're on that, get in, Big Joe scoring for Brazil. James Maddison doesn't seem to be going away. I think that's probably going to happen. Do you?
I agree. I think it's back in January. I think when during the World Cup, and I think when they knew his contract was going to be coming to an end, and that I think he's decided that he fancies a move up, and that knows Krebs, Wilson, a lot of the lads and that. So I can see that one happening. I'm not sure about Barnes coming, but it's all up in the air at the minute. But I think Maddison's going to be on his way out.
Yeah, I mean, look at we're going to be linked with absolutely everybody in the dog. But this James Maddison one, it's got feelings of the Botman signing where we're not going away and we're going to keep knocking and keep knocking. It's probably just going to be about the price. If we can get the price right, which I think is going to be in the region of about 50 million, isn't it? I mean, that's what we offered the last time. They'll go back and they'll say, look, you know what offer is, it's 50 million, we're not budging. And I think this time Leicester probably will think, oh, she's on the, oh, look at that, hey. Through the beauty of technology.
This is all Kev's fault.
Of course it's Kev's fault, it's always Kev's fault. Well, anyways, we'll dissect these a little bit more when we get back. I had a class weekend. Again, honourable mentions to Sam, the legend. Say goodbye, Sam. And say bye, Si.
Kev, it's your fault, this. Your fault, I'm sitting on my own. But yeah, I'll probably catch up with you. I'm 3 pints in already, so I'm probably going to be stotting by the time I reach Amsterdam. I found a Nordic bar upstairs here, and he gives us a little vodka to sneak on. He reckons I can get that on the plane and shove it in a bottle of Coke, because on KLM you only get 1 free drink. I mean, I managed to blag a couple on the way back, but like I say, I fucking hate flying. I got pure skits. I didn't want to have like a Raj panic attack on the plane and go, stop it, no. So it's best that I just have loads to drink and pass out, but I need to find someone else to talk to. So hopefully there might be a guest appearance by some fucking Raj foreigner. We'll see. We will see. Hello, so I'm waiting for my fucking Uber. Getting off the plane, right? The
they went, oh, if anyone's got the disability needs, can they come to the front, because the plane had been like landed for a while. So there was this little old wife in front of me. I thought, well, she's fucking more slim than me. I'll help her, walk her down. And then halfway down the plane, this guy was like, where do you want us to go? I was like, well, one of the aisle seats, please. He's like, well, we're all waiting to get off. I was like, nah, but they've just asked for like all the special ones to get off first, because there's wheelchairs coming. Like, yeah, but we're all in a hurry. I went, we'd all like fucking working spines again. But yeah, he's a fucking, what an absolute bellend. But he's not out here. If he was out here, well, then I wouldn't do now, because I couldn't bray him. But I'd like to find someone to bray him. There's coppers over there. I'd like the coppers to bray him, but they probably wouldn't. I just thought, what a fucking bellend. I mean, what do you expect? Where do you expect me to go? Well, just move it in the aisle seat, you prick. They've asked for fucking all the nanas to get off the plane first, and you're fucking kicking up a fuss with your full able body that you're going to be held behind for 1 minute and 30 seconds. You fucking prick. Anyway, had to share that with you. So, there we go, Kevin. Can't hear you.
Sorry, I had myself on mute. You weren't very happy there, Simon, at the end, were you?
No, I was mortal, by the way. I think you could probably tell I was absolutely mortal.
Can. Yeah, we could all tell.
I had to edit out a few words I said when I was referencing the little woman. I had to edit out a few. You know which words.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be surprised if this video sees the light of day. Anyways, what with Lauren Hill killing with softly for a large portion of that video. But hey ho, we'll see, won't we?
Is that what was playing in the bar when you were talking? Like?
Aye.
I
didn't even realise at the time I was hanging out my arse. Well, actually, I wasn't. I was starting to get a bit squiffy again. We had a nightmare in the airport as well before we move on to football.
So your flight was 5:30. My flight was your flight was 3:30. Mine was 5:30, and I took off before you.
That's right. But do you know what it is? It was a Liberty side. So when the gate that we were in, right? So you had to walk down the stairs, right? It was only about 10 stairs, right? And then there were doors out of the plane, and they had like a waiting area downstairs. But they had a mint little bar upstairs. That's where I did the video. Yeah. So that video I did was actually at my gate. So it got delayed by half an hour, and then another half an hour. And we're like, oh, it's fine. You know, at least we've got somewhere to sit and chill. It was actually quite enjoyable. And then they went, all right, we're boarding everybody now. And then, so we got on the plane, everybody sat down. And then the captain comes on straight away. All right, so we'll not be moving for at least 40 minutes because we've still got the baggage on from the people on the flight beforehand. So we need to get that off. Then we need to get yours on. So it's going to be at least 40 minutes. Everyone's like, well, why the fuck did they board with? They had us standing waiting to board for about 25 minutes. And then put on. I was like, well, what they're doing? Nothing. Not even a cup of water. So get this, right? So we went up and I was like, all right. I says it was about 27 degrees, by the way, on the plane. Absolutely sweating.
Do you not have the fans? The fans have blown down on you.
The fans were on high, but it was Ryanair. It was like somebody farting on you occasionally.
Oh, KLM, man. Always fly KLM, honestly.
Well, get this, 40 minutes passes. All right, we're still waiting for the cases to come off from the flight before. It's going to be at least another 40 minutes. And so people went, look, can we get a glass of water here? We've got no water. We've only got water to sell. We'll give you 50 cents off a bottle of water and only charge you like €4. Right? So what they've done is they've took us out of the gate. They've took us out of the gate to sit on the plane for an hour and a half, so we'd spend the money on the plane instead of in the bar up there. It tripled the prices. Everyone was booting off and there was one woman, right, who came out. I kid you not, these are her words, right? She was like, oh, God, I don't know what everybody's problem is. It's only 2 hours. It's not the end of the world. This is what you said with this guy, right? And another one was like, well, you know, you could be. It says on this thing, after we've been 2 hours delayed, you're meant to give a refreshment. She was like, it's €4. What's the matter? You skint? That's what she said to the man. She's like, it's not going to break the bank, is it? I was like, whoa, she is Roger. So yeah, Ryanair, really good customer service. Yeah.
Well, I can't give any higher praise to KLM. I walked into the priority lounge bit, and I had my walking stick, and they didn't even. I wasn't booked in there. Straight in, scanning passport, straight in. Meant first on the plane. Got the seats that there was because there's no first class on like KLM. There's just priority seating where you get extra leg room.
Aye.
So there's some at the front, there's some at the back. So they put me at the back with the extra leg room next to this 90-odd-year-old wifey. I was chatting to her for a bit, then she fell asleep. So I put my tunes on. But she was laughing when I was pouring my vodka in. I bought this can of candy marshmallow fluff. I was like, oh, I put vodka in it. It's awful. I necked it like, but and then they come and give you like cans of Heineken for free, and they give you snacks for free. And ask if everything's all right. The fans are immaculate. On the way there, right? So from Amsterdam to Berlin, we were running 10 minutes late. And the guy was Dutch. And hello, ladies and gentlemen, we're running 10 minutes late, but don't worry, we'll make it up. So he made up the 10 minutes. He just, what the
Put his
term is.
foot down.
Put his foot down. We made it up. Class. I can't fault KLM. But anyway, this is a football video. We haven't been talking about football.
Proper travel vlog, that one.
It is, isn't it? Well, like fucking what you called her that used to do it.
Oh, wish you were here.
Wish you were here. Aye, God, we're fucking old, aren't we?
Are
you ready?
Nobody will know.
Nobody in that 40 will know. You ready? Ready? I'm fuck ready.
God, he scored so many goals.
You're rusty, aren't you?
I've been a bit rusty. It feels like we haven't done this for ages. I haven't even got me missus and my daughter sorted out loads of my office. It doesn't look like, but it is. There's everything sorted. But the green screen's like all packed away, and I just couldn't be arsed to set it all up.
Early videos, isn't it? The setup from the early videos.
I know. And when I put the light on, you can just see all the weekend madness all over me wrinkles. Yeah, so I'm going to stay in the dark. It's fucking fun in Berlin. But football news, apparently in the next 24 hours, we could have our, not our first signing, because we signed Yakuba Minta, who will loan straight out to Thingy Majiggy Biggie.
Feyenoord, sorry.
Feyenoord. But we could have a class player in Sandro Tonali. That's going to be the chant, isn't it?
It was a good joke that side. Where'd you get that from?
I just made it up. Fantastic.
Made it up, did you?
Yeah.
Quick off the cuff that. Yeah, it seems to have wheels. This look,
you were just following it live before, weren't you? Has there been any updates where we're on?
The timeline? So no, I mean, Aaron Stokes from the Chronicle, he's putting a bit of a timeline up. The last one was at 1809. Just seeing what a statement signing, and seem to be getting excited about it. By all accounts, it looks as though the Newcastle United met up with his agent in Milan today. Yeah. Talks were ongoing, discussions. Look, if you're flying out to meet an agent in Italy, normally it's to iron out the finer details, isn't it? So, I mean, I could be wrong. I could end up wagging my face, but that would probably tell me that the two clubs have maybe agreed on a price. And now what they're sorting out is maybe a few personal terms with the player himself. Don't quote us on that. I've got no kind of inside information about that whatsoever. No. That's just sort of me putting 2 and 2 together. Could be coming up with 5, who knows? But it's an old cliche as well, Si, isn't it? Until they've got the shirt up in front of the ground.
I know, but it is looking the most likely one to happen soon. From all the credible sources are saying it's looks like it's done. I'll be honest though. I'll be honest. I didn't know the player. I really don't follow like any other football apart from the Premier League. AC Milan, I know Giroud plays there, and I know that what you call him, who left Liverpool, Divock Origi went there. I don't even know if he's still there. I don't know if Giroud's still there, but they were the only two that come to my mind when I think AC Milan. So I really don't know much about them. But watching other Newcastle fan channels who are more educated than us in continental football seem to rate this fella very, very highly. The laddie from the Toon Review, the one that's not got a Geordie accent, can't remember his name. He said it was one of his favourite players. These two dream signings were Isaac, and Tonali. So
Yeah, I
club is
mean,
highly rated apparently.
yeah, I mean, they are better educated on international football than us because
We're banter channel.
Giroud went to Inter Milan, not
Yeah.
AC.
We're not a news channel.
Yeah, but he's in number
Who
8.
did he go to Inter Milan? Did he win AC Milan?
He just played in the final. Just played the Champions League final.
Milan. I see. I don't know. Then I don't know anything. I knew it was Milan.
Well, disclaimer as well. You've probably noticed I've still got my missing tooth, and I'm still foaming about that. But yeah, he's a number 8. What that probably means to me is they've probably cooled the heels on Maddison. Apparently, Maddison was preferring a switch by a few different sources, preferring a switch to Tottenham over Newcastle because he's scared of the Champions League.
I think personally that's agent talk, putting it out there to get the wages higher, to get him on a higher wage because he's wanted by 2 clubs. I don't think he wants to go to Tottenham. I think he wants to come to Newcastle. I think it's the agents putting that there.
Well, he might, if this goes ahead with Tonali, he might have to send himself a bit of
he's a number 10, isn't he, Madison? So they could play loads of different formations. 8. Remember how many games we've got to play. Speaking of which, I've just got an email saying that me direct debit didn't go through. So it did. It went out yesterday. And now it's saying it didn't go through. The fucked up the start of my season ticket. I wondered why I hadn't been charged because I'm on the 10-year rolling plan, but they've extended it. And Davey, who I got my season ticket from 8 years ago, this charged his bank for my season ticket because it was swapped it over 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago, 2015. Yeah. So the club need to sort out the ticketing systems and the box office and all that shit. Because I'm gonna have to ring them tomorrow, and because apparently they're going to be shit hot at cancelling your ticket if you don't make a payment. But the payment did go out.
I've had mixed experiences with the box office.
I've had fucking nightmares with them.
Like sometimes it can be quite rude.
So yeah, one way to right fucking C word.
Yeah. There was the messed up my payment once, and like before I even had a chance to explain what the situation was and what the issue was like, well, that's it. Well, no, your season ticket's going to be given away. Yeah. I was like, whoa, hang on a second. Are you going to listen to what I've got to say first of all? Like, it's not that I'm not paying. I'm going to pay it now. I can tell you what the issue is. The issue was with me bank. Me bank told us there was an issue. Yeah. Well, that's not our problem. You've got 2 days to pay it. I'm just saying, I'm bringing up to pay it now. Yeah. Like it was an issue with the bank. Well, but then again, I've had a positive experience as well, where some of them are on the match day are really quite canny. Where you go if you need to get a paper ticket. There was one lad.
Because you also get your season ticket.
There was one lad who was dead canny, and he was like, I'm supposed to charge you, but fuck it, just there's the ticket. Yeah. And I was like, that's better. That's what I like.
Well, they've done it with me once when I switched my bank account over, and the bank account had been changed for at least a year. And then they tried to charge, it was at the start of the season, to charge me old bank account. And obviously there's no money because I didn't use that bank account anymore. So then they cancelled me season ticket. I rang up and kicked off, and they give us they reinstated me season ticket. But they says for that match, someone's already got your seat. We'll put you somewhere else. Like, you cheeky bastards.
It's like I get it, you know what I mean. There's a long waiting list, and there's people who want that, but that doesn't mean that you can't speak to people. You know, like
I know
customer
service. They do need more staff in the box office. They have to realise the Newcastle United from 2 years ago would the box office staff could just about handle that. The demand that's going now, they can't handle it. They need more staff.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, so I've had mixed experiences with the box office. This isn't a slur on the box. If anybody from the works on the box office, I'm not having a go at you personally, right? Just that person that I spoke to. If you watch, You're not very nice.
Anyway, that's enough for the box office. I think Madison will sign for us in this window.
Yeah.
It's my feeling. I don't know. I'm not in the know, but that is my feeling.
I think he might go to Tottenham. I've got a feeling. I don't know.
Nah,
He
I think
strikes us as
Kane-
somebody who might
Kane's
pick the
telling me he's
area
gonna be
over
off.
the.
I think Kane's telling me he's going to be off. If Kane's off, what kind of rebuild are they going to do, man? And then they've got Postecoglou, brand new manager, never managed in the Premier League. We've seen what happens. Well, Brendan Rodgers, I suppose, but he was in the Premier League, then he went to Scotland, then he came back. But Postecoglou's never managed in the division like the Premier League, so.
Well, we'll know what happens. You'll get 5 games to get it right.
Yeah.
He'll be thrown on the heap like the
So
other
that's
one.
why
How
I
many
think
managers have?
I
1,
know for a
2,
fact
3.
Madison wants Champions League football. Everyone, all elite footballers want to play in the Champions League. He wants to sign for Newcastle. This is all my belief. This is what I believe. This is what I think. And I think it's all agent talk to bump up the wages because they know if they've got competition, then why the fuck not? And Leicester, I was tweeting on with someone yesterday saying, oh, Leicester need that money now so they can rebuild. They know they're going to sell Madison at some point in the window, so they can rebuild however they want now. They don't need that cash right now. Like, do you know what I mean? They either have that 50 million or they're going to go bust. They know they're going to get around that for him at the end of the window if it drags out, which I think it will drag out. But yeah, it was a Leicester fan. He said, "Look, the ball's in our court." Blah blah blah, and he says, "Yous have set the bar by signing Anthony Gordon for 45 million." And I commented, I went, "Yeah, absolutely spot on there." If Gordon's a 45 million player, then relegation or not, Madison is 50 odd million. Like this, it's just it is that.
Is it cut as dry in that though? Is that though? Because I think he's only got a year left on his contract now, hasn't he?
He has, but he was talking about 70 million when he had 2 years. He can't just take.
Yeah, they were talking about a 70 million. Nobody was coughing that up though, were they? Back then,
No.
they were saying 50 million. So I think the highest offer they got was from us at 50 million. So Leicester might have rated them at 70 million.
What do you think would be a fair price for him?
Well, I just, like I said, I don't think it's as cut and dry.
Well,
Fair price for him.
What do you think?
If he had 3 years left on his contract,
but he hasn't. So what do you think would be a fair price for him?
what, with 1 year left on his contract?
Now in this situation,
about 45 million.
Nah.
With 1 year left on your contract, yeah.
I think it's going to be 45 up front, maybe, and it's going to be add-ons. And
this is why it's going to drag out, because the fact that there's 1 year left on the contract. I mean, there is other midfielders out there, and everybody knows that they've been relegated, so he's going to want to be away. Yeah. And they know he's got 1 year left on his contract, so all of that plays into the negotiation. If you're asking us what I think he's worth, that's a different question. But what do I think he's worth? Like I say, if he had 3 years left on his contract, he's worth about 65 million.
I do too. If Gordon's 45, then Madison's 65 all day long.
Yeah. But the fact of the matter is they've been relegated.
Look at his record. Tielemans give up. Tielemans just pack up. That's why nobody's actively going, oh, well, Tielemans is on free, are they? Like, nobody's rushing to sign him. I think Barnes and Madison were the only two that kept on fighting, really fighting. So, yeah, there's that one, which I think will happen. The Barella one seems to have went quiet. Who else? I put someone else in the thumbnail. I can't remember who. Let's have a look.
Have a look at your thumbnail, Si.
Have a look at my thumbnail.
Jog your memory.
Who? Have you heard any other?
I'm trying to go through, think through. No, not really. I mean, there hasn't been as many links as I thought there was going to be. In fact, the common consensus out there is that people still think we're only going to spend about 75 million, which we're not. Clip this up. We're not going to be spending 75 million. We will spend more than 75 million. And
Who's he
I
again? I
don't care what
can't
anybody says.
remember. Who's he again? Who's the one in black and white? Tonali. Who's the one in red? I can't remember. Memory's
Now,
terrible.
whose top has he got on? Oh, Szoboszlai.
That's it. Yes, that one is still rumbling on. That's because I'm still got me hangover brain from Berlin. Yeah, that one's still rumbling on.
They're still rumbling on. And I think I said
But
the last
three
time
of them. Do you think would really sign three midfielders in this window? Tonali, Szoboszlai, and Madison. I mean, we need them. We need them. But you really think would sign three midfielders in this window?
I think we'd probably get 2 of the 3.
That
I would
Min
accept
Jae or
3
Min
of the
Jae,
3.
that he's going to Man United. Him like.
I know. I think I
Definitely.
mentioned that in the video that he's probably going to
Yeah.
end up there. Yeah, I mean, I'd take all 3.
No,
if we did sign all 3, then that's the 75 million theory right out the window.
I know.
Which it's still bit. I mean, I will move on to Szoboszlai a bit, but I do want to go back over that. There's so many sources saying, "Oh, Newcastle aren't going to spend. Newcastle aren't going to spend," and maybe that is the noise that's coming from the club, just like it was last summer, just like it was in January, just like it was the January before that. Of course, you're going to see that. Which kind of negotiator, right? If you're going to be negotiating deals, and who's going to come out and go, right, we've got a budget of
500
200
million.
million. We've got 200 million to spend. So all the clubs that were going to come out, that's how much we're going to be spending. How much of that do you want? Of course, you're going to come out and say, FFP, we can only spend X, Y, Z. So what we've done in all the transfer windows, and that's the correct thing to do. That's the correct thing to say. It would show that you didn't have any brains if you come out and give you a real transfer budget.
Yeah.
But anybody who knows anything, come on, we all know that they're not going to be spending just 75 million.
No, of course
I
not.
could end up with egg on my face saying that at the end of the window, but I don't think I will be.
I don't think you will be either. I think we'll spend more than that. I think we'll spend double that.
That's what I think as well.
It may not all be cash up front. It might be all over installments and whatnot. And I think that's what's good. That's what's holding up everyone's transfers and the cost. And
oh, did you read? Sorry to interrupt there. Did you read as well? The first rumblings coming out of a Saudi club sending one of the players to Newcastle on loan, Neves.
I've heard a few, but I've heard a few like talking about it on videos, but nothing like concrete by.
I'd take it with a pinch of salt, but I can't remember the source. I saw it on Facebook, one of the pages put out there that possibly Neves going on loan to Newcastle.
Well, apparently PIF, is that what they're called again? PIF?
PIF.
PIF, they're massive, and apparently, who was it? It was someone on TalkSport, I think it was saying there'll be different departments. Like they're one of the biggest companies in the world. They're not just going to be like 2 or 3 people go, we'll sign them for that Saudi league and get them for Newcastle. It's not going to work like that. The PIF want to build the Saudi league up. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's doing that.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
but it would be if everyone starts playing hardball and not loaning players to and stuff like that. It would be nice for them just to go, right. You want to play that game, and then send.
It could though, couldn't it? And I know they want to build that league up and stuff like that, but that was one that really opened my eyes a little bit because I mean, how old is Neves? 26.
I think so.
All the other ones have been at the end of the career.
Yeah.
It's happened in a few different leagues before. It was the Chinese league not so long ago.
Is it Koulibaly? Is that who went? Suleimani.
Koulibaly from Chelsea is rumoured to be going.
No, he went, man. He went.
Is he actually gone? Is he?
Yeah, he went.
I mean, he's old as well. I mean,
I don't know his age. I don't know. But did he not just sign last season?
Yeah, he did. Well, before we move on, because there's another one on the back of that I can mention. But yeah, they've all been old, and it happened in America. I remember when Robbie Keane and David Beckham and everybody was going over there. China, Tevez was going over. All players at the end of the career looking for a little bit of a payday, and it does boost the league in that area. But by all accounts, I don't think the league needs boosted in Saudi Arabia. By all accounts, it's very popular and really highly followed in Saudi Arabia.
They want to see it worldwide, though. They want to see fans
worldwide. But that's not going to happen with players at the end of the career because they won't be there for long.
I know.
So it did open my eyes when Neves went across it, because I thought he's not at the end of his career. In fact, he should be in his prime. And it's funny that he's the one player I saw the rumor about. I thought, I wonder if they've just done that particular one. Just that particular one.
Well, we're linked with him last year, weren't we? There was links with him. I don't know. I don't see it. I personally.
Neither do I. Neither do I, to be honest.
I think they'll care more about like you say, building up their league. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think, Tony? I reckon they'll probably do that as well. Build up the Saudi league. Fathead, get away, you fucking little prick! You.
Yeah, right side.
I bought a puppet.
Well done. Another one was I saw was Cucurella. Did you see that one?
Yeah, did you see my tweet? 160 likes. I'm gonna have to. But by the way, anyone watching, go like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Follow on all our socials at All the Pies on Twitter. Kev is Kev of All the Pies on Twitter, but he doesn't use the Twitter account. I'll run it for him. So, yeah,
that's what famous people have, isn't it? People running the Twitter accounts.
Yeah, I run your Twitter account for you.
It's a bit dangerous that level, isn't it? Something.
There, look.
What does that say? It's blurry.
It says the hashtag NUFC fans laughing at hashtag Cucurella for 30 million. No fuck all about football.
Oh well.
So people going, oh, do you know everything about football? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, I do. It's so easy to bait people on Twitter.
Yes, I do, and so does my little giraffe puppet.
It's just so easy to wind people up. I love Twitter, but yeah, Cucurella would be a fucking mint signing, right? That's when that season at Brighton, he was unstoppable. He was fucking their best player by a country mile, right? You don't just lose that overnight. He went to Chelsea. Obviously, Tuchel had him for a little bit, playing a completely different system than what he was used to at Brighton. Then he left. Potter came in, tried to start playing him in that system in the way he had. With Chelsea, the rest of the back line weren't set up that way. But he started to get into his flow. He just started to get into his flow. Then fucking Potter went. Who comes in? Fucking Captain Fantastic, everyone's hero, the fucking one of the all-time Premier League players.
Super Frank.
Super duper Frank. And just benches him, doesn't play him. Just like, and people are going, oh shit. He's like, if you obviously didn't watch all Premier League matches, you must have just focused on Newcastle. Not last season, the season before. If you think Cucurella is not worth 30 million for 20, I think he's 25 or 26, right? Him getting trained by Howe, Tyndall, Jones, all that lot, he would be fucking wicked. Saying for 30 million, it would be an absolute steal. That's my opinion, anyway.
And that would be,
you can tell I'm a fan of Cucurella.
And it would be really funny to think that effectively Chelsea paid 38 million for a loan fee, effectively, if we got him for 30 million. 38 million for a season, and you could have him for the rest of his career for 30 million. There you go.
What do you think, Cucurella? What's your thoughts on him?
Do I think it'll happen? I don't know.
What's your thoughts on him as a player?
I think he's a good player. I agree with a lot of what you say there. You can't just lose it overnight. He was really good. I remember watching him play for Brighton against us. He was their best player. Really dangerous and fast down the left-hand side. He got a goal in him.
Pieces?
Him on the left with Trippier on the right means that will get a lot of balls into the box.
Yeah.
I'd take him. 30 million.
Definitely
would.
100%.
You know, the other one, were rumoured to be looking at Tierney before the transfer market transfer window opened. I would take him over Tierney because...
Before I forget, sorry, cut you off, before I forget. So, in Amsterdam, loads of Scottish people going to Norway, watch a match, and then on the way back, same, because everyone goes to Murphy. If you know Amsterdam Airport, you go to Murphy's. You know, if you want a good drink. Went to Murphy's. I saw loads of the same lads. So I sat down and chatted with them for hours. Tierney, I was asking their views on him. Like, yeah, he's wicked. But he went off injured in the Norway match. Because I went, he's a bit of a sick now, isn't he? And then, yeah, he went off injured. I was like, right, yeah. I don't. Sorry, no.
Problem?
It's a no from me. It was a no last time, and it's a double no this time.
And that's the problem. And
Injured in an international friendly or a qualifier or whatever, but he's picked up. Nah. Against Norway. No. Against Norway. He's getting injured against Norway. And now you've got Holland, but nah. Not having him. Don't want him.
Yeah, well, I agree. So I would rather have Cucurella. And look, it's going to be a sparse market for left backs. I mean, they're going to be hard to come by in this transfer window. So we could get Cucurella for 30 million. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, 100%. I'd say that. Again, take what we're saying with a pinch of salt. We're not saying it is going to happen, or we think it is going to happen. We're just saying if the option was there, that's our thoughts on it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else, because we haven't been on
I'm trying to think
a while. McTominay, there's still that little murmur. Not something that excites you, is it? But back up for Longstaff. Plays the same kind of role.
I mean, if we did sign the three midfielders that we're being linked with, would Longstaff become the backup?
That's what I think it will be. I think personally that I don't think any. Well, I know for a fact none of the new signings will start the first game of the season.
Oh no, not how doesn't do that. I mean, I suppose you've got the fallback of a pre-season. We've got this tour of America coming up and stuff like that. But yeah, come the first game of the season, I fully expect the team to look similar to the one that ended the season.
Well, definitely.
You know, picking the players that got through last season, but integration is something Eddie Howe does, isn't it? He likes to integrate team players into systems little by little. He doesn't like to change it straight away, and it works. So who are we to question what Eddie Howe does? Yeah. So I think we've pretty much touched on the transfers. I think there's probably one more bit of news we'll probably have to discuss, which is in relation to the cup games next season. We haven't really touched on that. Just in terms of the packages, what do you think about it? Do you think it's a good way of going? Do you think they're doing the correct thing there? Or
yeah, I like the idea of packages, and the price. I'll tell you why I don't mind the price. It's because I pay £300 less on my season ticket than you pay for yours, because I'm on a price lock. So in a way, I was expecting to be paying. Do you know what I mean? So for me, yeah, it is expensive. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and I understand. It's a tough one. So people were going, "Oh, we'll get a better job." I've seen some people on Twitter saying that's just stupid shit. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's going to come down to really to whether you can't afford it or not. And if you can't afford the full thing, then maybe wait until the fixtures come out. And if we get like Real Madrid or Barcelona or something like that, then you can go, "Oh, I'll get me ticket for that match," because if it's still within the time frame for you to get your seat, I don't know whether it will be or not, but it's difficult.
I don't think that's what they're doing. I think you've got to make the choice now. That's the thing. So if you don't take out one of the packages and you want a game for one of them cup games, you're in the queue with everybody else.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's that.
It is. I'm pretty certain it is. So you opt in for the package, the kit, and it guarantees you your seat for them games, right? Now, let's say you don't opt into the package. I'm pretty certain that means, because if you're not opting in now, it's given the people who don't have a season ticket a better chance of getting a ticket. Yeah. So if people aren't opting into the packages, and don't quote us on this, I'm pretty certain. Maybe I've misunderstood it when I've read it, but yeah, when it comes round to the other games that go on general sale, you'll be in that muckle queue. Mm-hmm. So what it's doing is it's telling me, yeah, I'm taking the packages. But with this digital ticketing, I don't know how it's going to work. So, like, if I can't get to a game, I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to give me ticket to somebody else. Like, for
I'm
example,
hoping.
you know, if I want.
Well, the Liverpool match is the day after our friend's wedding, who we've just been on the stag, the hen do for. The Liverpool match was the day after, and I know for a fact I'll not be going anywhere that day, even though it's Liverpool at home. I'll be in no state to go anywhere. I'm one of the chief bridesmaids. I'm going to be starting from morning till night, and I need a full day to sleep it off. So I want my son to be able to go with maybe if you're going or guys. So I'm hoping I can just screenshot it. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just like a QR code where you can scan it in.
I don't know. I wonder if you can like designate people. I think I might have read something that you can designate people.
Yeah, but I don't know how it will work with a kid because obviously, well, he has got a phone. We bought him a phone. Just he doesn't use it, but just so he could have an Apple Watch. So when he's playing out now, because he's getting a bit older, so we can track where he is at all times. So maybe that's the option. Transfer it to a phone for someone else. There'll have to be a way.
I think you can designate people.
It's your ticket. You know what I mean? It's your ticket, and if you can't make it, yeah, you fair enough. You're not reselling it, but you give it to someone. I never ask,
exactly.
when I give my ticket to anyone, I never ask for money. I wouldn't do it. If I can't go, I give a ticket to someone who wants to go.
That's what I do as well. I mean, it does end up expensive, and I'm going to opt in for all three of the cup packages because
I am as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that doesn't mean to say I'm going to get everyone, but the fiasco with the final tickets. If you don't opt in to one of those cup packages and we do get to a final, kiss goodbye to any kind of chance, because what it is, people who've been to all the home cup games are the ones that are going to get the tickets, and that they did that last season. They'll do it again this season. I think if you haven't opted in to one of these and you're a season ticket holder, you'll go into a ballot again.
Yeah,
irrespective probably of how many tickets
you've
managed to get going the normal way.
I think pretty much all season ticket holders will probably do it. Maybe you have to scrimp and save for it. Like, it is a lot of money, but at the end of the day, a season ticket's a lot of money. Going to live football's not a necessity. It's a luxury. It's a hobby. It's a passion. I know it's shit. And some people really can't afford it, but it's
hard.
It's hard. It is. It's hard, but you have to make. There's loads of things at certain points in my life where I couldn't afford to do them, and you just have to go, well, I couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? And the thing is, every match is going to be televised. Every Champions League match is going to be televised. I know it's not the same, but you know.
Anyway, I feel a little bit bad for the people who can't get a ticket. I suppose a little bit, not too much. I did see somebody comment something on social media, going, what they should do is you get a season ticket, last for a season, and then after the next season, everybody has to go in and try and get it. It's like, no way. So what, we've been going there under Mike Ashley for 26 years. I've been going, man. You know, and then all of a sudden, because now we're good, I should give me season ticket to you. Well,
I think so.
Back of the queue. The back of the queue now.
It is. So it's just unfortunate. I understand why people chose not to go, but at the end of the day, I thought we were going to get sold. So my thing was, well, I'm always going to support Newcastle, so I'm going to go to the match.
Don't get us wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it was. I was as pissed off as anybody. And every season I said the same. I'm not going back next season. I said I've had enough. It's too depressing. I'm not renewing my season ticket. Then renewal comes around, and I enjoy the day. I enjoy going out to eat, and I enjoy seeing other people. And some partly that was the reason why I did, but the difference is I renewed it, and I get why people didn't, and they probably didn't expect it once we're being sold to explode like this.
I know. Well, it's one of them things, right? We're going to end because we're nearly the hour mark. Do remember, if you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, more importantly, as that shows other people our video, and comment below with what I'm about to say, your opinion on what I'm about to say. I'll quickly ask Kev for his. I'll tell you mine, and then we'll wrap it up. But I'll tell you mine first. It's very controversial. I think Carabao Cup and FA Cup, we should field youngsters, B team, just absolutely try our best to get knocked out of those competitions. Now, people will not like that, but I want we to go really far in the league and the Champions League. And I think we could if we focused on them two competitions and sacked off the Carabao and the FA Cup. That's my opinion. I know you won't like it, but it's my opinion, and I'm allowed to have an opinion. I'm woke as fuck.
I agree
Your
with half
views?
of what you said there. I agree with half of what you said. I agree with the part where you said we should play, a lessened squad and keep with big guns for the big games. I 100% agree with that. We don't want to pick up any unnecessary injuries in those games. It'll give an opportunity to the fringe players to have a game as well. I don't want it to purposely be knocked out of those competitions early on. I would like for those fringe players that aren't playing in the first team to get past those games and then, maybe get to a quarter-final, semi-final, and then the other ones can step in. That's the way all the teams who play in these big competitions do it. Do I think that would be the case? Probably not. No, I don't know if fringe players would be good enough. It would depend on the look of the draw. But I certainly don't want it just to be out of those competitions straight away. But yeah, I agree with the part that we should definitely play lessened teams in those games.
Oh, I do. If there was an option to opt out of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, I'd say Eddie, opt out. Opt out, son.
There used to be, didn't there?
We're going to
there
win
used
the
to be
Champions League.
There used to be. Can you remember Manchester United got really they dropped out? I'm sure twice they've done it now, where they went. Sorry, we're going to have too many games. We're going to opt out of the FA Cup, and I'm sure they got panned for it. They got absolutely panned for it. So no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the opting out thing. And some people won't be the same as us. Some people will not be bothered about going to the cup games, and it does give other fans an opportunity to go. So I kind of disagree with that part.
No, I want to go and I want to see
100%.
win a trophy. I just don't want to jeopardize our league position for a cup competition that will probably just not win in the final. Man City will be there and beat us. Anyway, we're coming to the hour mark. They come to the hour mark, and StreamYard cut you off in an hour because I pay for the regular package, which is 25 quid. And if I want to go over an hour, I have to pay 75 quid, which is not fucking happening, StreamYard. You ripping bastard. They only let you do this in 720p as well, unless you pay, I think it's 75 quid. Get the fuck. This is a hobby channel. We're not making any money off it. Paying out your own pocket. Fuck is. Anyway, we're going to have to go because we're nearly at the hour mark. Hope you've enjoyed this. It's been completely different. Little bit of travel vlog, little bit of chat. You know what our channel is, the regulars. We're very relaxed and laid back. We're not going to be breaking news and dropping videos every day. We're not that kind of channel. It's more like a podcasty chat style. So yeah, put your comments below what you think about the cups. Would you sack them off? Would you play shite teams? Do you want one to drop out? I do. That's my opinion. Kevin, until the next time, which will be probably next week with another transfer rumor. We'll see you all later. Subscribe, comment, like, share. Bye.
Come on.